there's a lot of good clickbait out there that says the market's crashing, right? And the market is a completely different beast than it was a couple years ago, and that's a fact. What we are seeing is it's taken houses a lot longer to sell, and it's taking condos, 3 times longer to sell. Those two markets are doing different things, but I've seen some of this clickbait lumping them together in South Florida, and that's extremely deceptive because the single family market, while it's not moving as fast as a lot of people would like, is still healthy, right? You still got probably about a balanced market where buyers and sellers have a even playing field in a lot of the single family markets, and the condo world has 3 times the amount of inventory because of all the stuff going on in the condo world right now. What we are seeing right now is that if you look back 2 years ago, most houses that got put on the market in South Florida sold. Whether they sold for asking price or not is a different story, but most of them would eventually sell within the normal 6-month period that a person signs a listing agreement for. Now, in the current market, there are a lot of houses that expire off the market where the listing agreement expires before the house sells. What that means is that somebody's listing their house with an agent, and then the house has gone, 5-6 months have gone by, and they have not received an offer that they could take. And that's scary for a lot of people, and it creates this perception that the market's in trouble, right? The reality is what's really happening in a lot of those cases is that we have agents listing those houses that have only sold houses in a market where everything flew off the shelves. So they don't actually understand what the necessary skills are to get a house ready, to price it right, to market it right, and get it sold in a normal market, which is kind of what we're in nowadays. About a month ago, I got a call from somebody that said, I'm gonna make an introduction for you. And I talked to the person who was trying to sell their house. They had had the property listed for 6 months and had not gotten an offer that they could take. And their listing agreement expired after those 6 months. Then they had me come market and list the property for them. We listed it last Thursday and we went under contract yesterday. This property sat on the market for 6 months and we sold it in 4 days. That is not a problem with the property, right? That is a problem with the skill set of the agent that's trying to sell the property.